I'm not here to just tear apart the movie because I'm seeing so many movies and I'm going to sit up here and just nitpick on the effects. There are a lot of things except for that fucking shark, man.
You have to appreciate that there's a jumping of a shark in here.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it. Let's talk about my man Jack Sparrow.
He's back.
Jack is back up in here, and he return of the Jack once again. Martin.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes, Martin. And here's the thing, Martin. You gonna deal with this shit. As much as I put up with your puns and shit, you gonna put up with me for a little while.
Say something, Gooey.
Don't you say a goddamn word.
He don't run you. This is a trap.
I know.
I've learned to detect traps on this show.
Don't let him turn us against each other right now.
You turn on me at a dime.
I should did. But you know me.
Yeah.
And
he's a scorpion.
I sure am. I'll sting all you motherfuckers up in
The
here.
little finger of double toasting.
Hell yeah. And here's the thing. I like Jack Sparrow sometimes. Sometimes I don't. It depends on what day it is, and depends really on what movie it is. That last movie that came out, High Tide or whatever
Stranger
it was.
Tides?
Stranger Tides.
Was that the Jack Sparrow movie?
Shit,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. I didn't care for that one. And to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of the series. I think the second one, the one that no one liked, I actually liked a lot. So I'm not on the same vibe as everybody.
Yeah.
So do people hate the second one or the third one more?
I don't know. I don't
think
keep
they
up
hate
with
the
this.
third one more
Because it was 3 freaking
Yeah.
hours, man.
Yeah.
The consensus was they got worse. Like,
Yeah.
Most people liked the first one. The second one's like, the second one's okay.
Yeah, people saying I don't need that much goddamn Sparrow in my life.
Because I remember not liking the second one either, but I think I hated the third one.
Yeah. Well, I'm not too particular about any of them except for one. That's the one no one liked. So now we got Jack Sparrow back right here. And here's the thing with Jack Sparrow, man. Jack Sparrow, it's the same story every time. Jack Sparrow done pissed somebody off, and he's pissed so many people off. Now, a lot of them just, somebody say, I just want my money. You fucked my wife. You broke into my house, slept with my dog. Jack Sparrow's always messing up. But people said, man, the thing about Jack Sparrow is that I ain't ever seen somebody piss someone off so bad that they got to come back from the dead for your ass. Because every movie, some dead dude saying, where's Jack Sparrow?
Yeah.
And then some dude's like, I don't fucking know. And that's exactly what's happening here. Once again, Jack Sparrow has pissed somebody off.
Once again.
To see you, I got you. Now, here's the thing. Jack Sparrow, he was pissing people off since he was a young lad. And this time he pissed off a guy that he probably shouldn't have messed with.
Before he had a hat.
Just had them dookie braids in his head. But he messed with Captain Salazar. And Captain Salazar ain't one to be fucked with because Captain Salazar, he ain't like these other pirates out there. In fact, he hates pirates. So he's coming back from hell to get Jack Sparrow. And something else is in the mix. Right when Jack Sparrow thought his past could catch up with him no more, the son of an old friend comes back, Orlando Bloom's kid.
Because these movies have been going on that long.
They've been going on that long with Orlando Bloom got a 20-something-year-old, got a millennial kid. That Maze Runner boy. And
The Gods of Egypt boy.
Yeah. And shit, yeah.
You always bring that one up, man.
Yeah.
No slack.
Cast that motherfucker out to sea. But he did say, look, my intentions are good. Jack, I know you're always in trouble. And my dad is in trouble. These seas are cursed and they done got my pappy this time. So look, I'm going to help you with this Salazar guy as much as I can. And also, if I help you, that's going to lift the curse on my father too. So everyone's going to be happy. Salazar's going to get off your ass. My dad's going to be back. You're going to fuck up again, Jack, but I ain't got to be there for when that happens. So, it's a win-win for everybody if you can indeed ever win with Jack Sparrow. Now, here's the deal with Jack. I like Jack Sparrow, man. I do. Everybody likes Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow is a legendary figure right now. Jack Sparrow himself has brought billions of dollars, just Jack alone, to Disney.
And it's one of the #1 Halloween costumes.
Yeah, it is. So many people done had drunken sex with their significant others dressed like Jack Sparrow on Halloween night. You know,
Is that your makeup or mine?
Yeah, y'all trade beards. And so it's crazy how many housewives and MILFs and whatever you want to call them go to Disney World looking to fuck Jack Sparrow.
I was wondering why you had one of those costumes.
Oh, hell yeah. Black Jack. Trying to get up in here, man. But Jack Sparrow, you know, Jack, at least with me, the thing with Jack with me is that Jack, and I know a lot of people like this, it's fun hanging out with Jack. Because Jack he's just like any other drunk person that's out there that you like to hang with. When they come into the room, you start hanging with like, oh shit, it's you, drunk person. Oh, it's Jack. But the more you hang out with a drunk person, especially Jack, the more they get on your nerves, and by the end of the night, you're like, somebody drive this motherfucker home. I can't take him.
Jack is like every drunk person that you like seeing. Like, you like watching them interact with other people.
Oh, yeah.
But the actual hanging out with them yourself gets old fast.
Quickly. It's cute. It's fun for a little while, but after a few minutes, you get tired of that shit.
Here's an idea. Ooh, why don't we try a good old-fashioned stoning, eh? I'd kill to be stoned right now. Gets the crowd involved. Cut that bitch off!
That's me yelling that from the audience. You know, I'm ready for that head to come off. Cut that bitch off. I like Jack Sparrow, but the problem for me, and I'm eager to see what you guys think, because it's become shtick now, and we use this word a lot. I mean, it's been, but it's really obvious right now that Jack ain't got nothing else to do. These stories require nothing but for him to ramble and stumble and stagger
and prance,
and he's always getting and you know, and you never worry about him because he's always getting out of his situation by luck.
Yeah,
you know, it's and. I'm not trying to say that it's completely bad. I mean, some of the stuff they do with the slapstick and the physical comedy here is pretty inspired. You know, you can tell that they're trying to do a harken back to like Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin and all the silent people, because there's some stuff that goes on here that I was looking at and I'm like, man, that's pretty imaginative and well thought out. Like the part, you can't see what happens after this, but that part with the guillotine.
That was clever.
Yeah.
It was well done.
Yeah, there's a part where he's about to get his head cut off, and the guillotine is rolling, and it's no spoiler because you got to see it, but he's rolling, and every time he rolls right side up, that guillotine is about to come down to his neck. Of course, it rolls right back down.
Well, yeah, the gravity takes it right before it chops his head off, and how often it happens, it's like, that's actually cool and kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that part. How do you feel about some of the slapstick that they have in the physical comedy?
I think they got kind of carried away with it, because outside that example, the guillotine, which I also liked, that was probably the only thing that I was like, that was clever, that was fun. The rest of it is him falling, being dragged, tripping.
I mean, they get bigger, special effects get crazier, but the movies themselves, they're just doing rehash, man. That's good for a comedic TV show and for a cartoon, but these are big budget movies. They're trying to have these grand story arcs, and they're talking about how they have so much more to tell with these legends, and, you know, when you see it, the stories are not that grand anymore.
Well, plus it's the same story all over again. It's a bunch of running around back and forth. There's some other romantic lead, and then it all ends up back where we started. Like, didn't Jeffrey Rush, wasn't he a ghost in one of them, and now he's back and he's human again?
And that's the thing. Not only are they rehashing the same kind of stories, the same kind of actions, same kind of set pieces and action scenes that they do. They're bringing, you know, they're doing a whole old rehash of your old favorites.
Oh yeah,
you know, the people that you like, right down to that goddamn monkey too.
Yep.
You know, which that monkey's Jack. I think the monkey's name is Jack too.
Is.
Yeah,
and I like that monkey, but every little detail of what can we bring back that is the biggest hits of Pirates of the Caribbean, that's what we doing. And people, look, if people love it, that's fine. That's cool with me, because there are people who live for this kind of thing. They want this over and over again. But when they keep going, it's good when the actions are when they're kept to a minimum, because if they keep going and they keep going, it's going to get to a point where it is going to get goddamn ridiculous. And you're going to see how that is.
Gonna get?
Oh, yeah, the very first one is like, whoa, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, I know. Well, you're talking about that building.
Yes.
Now, see, now maybe this is your thing. For those who love the Fast and the Furious movie, where they had that when they were driving down those streets of that South American town,
which is where the Fast and Furious lost.
Yeah, and where they lost you. So here's here's a good barometer of measurement for this movie right here. If you didn't mind that part in Fast and Furious where they would drive down the street with a safe and didn't kill nobody, didn't knock no houses out the way or anything, then you're going to love this because they're trying to get a safe and they take the whole fucking building with them. A whole 2-story building. And the thing about it is, I'm going to sound stupid because I'm going to be like, man, it looked fake as hell. They're like, but yeah, because it was fake and stupid, motherfucker. But the thing is that it looks bad. If you're going to do a big special effect like this and get all this money, because the house, you can tell the house got wheels on it, man.
Yeah.
You know, that house is roller skating down the street.
It's being pulled by like 8 horses. That was what got me too. It's like, what the hell is happening here?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it gets to a point where even, look, you go to movies to escape and you go to see them do things that can't be done in real life, but when it looks stupid,
Yeah.
When you defy physics on that level, the way your brain can't even wrap itself around it, then there's no stakes, there's no consequences.
no, and they actually, like somebody was in that building with a steering wheel because it was turning corners.
That's right. No. There's a point where the horses take a turn, and I'm expecting the building to kind of, I think we all were kind of go slide and slam into something. No, it goes whoop.
Like that building did better than I did in my driving test, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, they had a blinker on there. It's ridiculous sometimes when you, like you said, when you defy physics that much.
And so early in the movie.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times with a movie, it can start out grounded, and as it goes along, it gets more and more ridiculous. They bring you along. You know, the water in the pot boils slowly.
Yeah.
And it gets to a point where you're like, you know what, I'm enjoying it so much, sure. Just do what you got to do. I don't care.
Yeah.
This doesn't do that.
No. The most ridiculous action sequence is the first one.
Yeah.
There's no sense of escalation.
I mean, at least they set you up for it. It's like, hey, we want to let you know right now, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If you don't walk out now, we don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
Yeah, because they don't care. They don't care about your thoughts.
Physics.
Who
are you, professor?
Yeah. Shit, we here for the stupid people.
We have one scientist in this movie, and we call her a witch throughout the whole damn thing.
Yeah, you will be burned alive. You try to call physics out in this movie right here.
Yeah.
Who in the house is stupid?
Okay, you good, Moose.
Yeah.
Sit right there. We'll get you some free popcorn.
Yeah, but your little smart friend right there.
He's got to go.
Yeah, think he's better than everybody. Oh, a house can't turn corners. Who the fuck are you?
Mr. I've driven houses before.
What?
Is that the whole crowd watching that house?
Yeah, that was me. Huh? What? My ass throwing shit at the screen. But
Yeah, it just comes so early on. You just kind of like, okay, this is what I'm here for.
Yeah.
yeah, you really do have to say it. This is in the first 5 minutes. All right, I know. All right, thank you for setting me up.
Yeah.
You could have pulled this shit later.
Leave your illusions at the door.
Now, the other thing with this is that they keep doing, and they do this in a way that's better than everything else they do, is the villains that they introduce. Because every villain that they introduce, they're based on some mythological legend of some pirate, Davy Jones and Blackbeard. So, and they, what's cool about them, because, nobody know nothing about these pirates. Y'all watching a house turn corners. Y'all don't know nothing about no pirate mythology and shit. But,
well, actually, Davy Jones.
no, hell no. Yeah, I know about pirates. Jafar, he had a parrot, right? He was sure, man.
Why not?
Yeah, sure.
Where Captain Hook at?
Yeah, why not? But let's just get right down to it. It's not the pirate themselves. It is the special effects that they introduce with it, like Barbossa. From the first one, him and his crew, they were dead when they were cast in the moonlight, and they had a really cool skeletal effect going on with them, a decaying corpse effect. Davy Jones, him and his crew look like a cross between man and a red lobster. So they,
where's the cheddar biscuit?
Yeah, look like a fish. Look like a fish. Where the cheddar biscuits at? We here for the biscuits.
We stayed at the buffet so long, we turned into.
But. They all of those they're a great effect. Boy, not your boy Salazar though.
They didn't fix it. I mean, we saw that in the trailer and said it was a problem. They didn't fix it for the final movie.
Oh, Corey, no, it was worse.
Yeah, it's so weird because it's the newest one and it looks the worst out of any of them.
Yeah, that's the thing about Salazar, man, is that Salazar, he's just, ain't no way around it. They did him wrong. He is a shitty effect because that head just can't keep still, man.
That was the biggest problem with the trailer.
Yeah, and his crew behind him, they twitching like they tweaking and everything, you know.
Well, what's the mythology behind them? Because Barbossa's makes sense. Dead people decay, and Davy Jones, they're in the ocean, like they became fish people. I guess
they got blown up.
Yeah,
everything that you. He ain't lying, man.
that's
it. even Salazar was like, yeah, that sounds stupid. Like, if you look behind him, like my man over here with the top of his head missing, this dude with his face gone, they were caught in a blast. And so
while they were in the Devil's Triangle.
Yeah, they were in the Devil's Triangle. Their curse is that they came back with every part that got blasted off of them before they died, it stays off.
Yeah.
And Salazar, the reason why, well, I'll tell you why. Because if you look at it, Salazar, like I said, you look at him like, damn, what shit y'all longer? They just be twitching and shit for the whole thing.
Yeah. I can hear Thriller playing in the background.
Yeah, you can hear doing that shoulder dance. And we're not trying to nitpick on it because we praise this series for the effects. But for those who are watching, I mean, what you see here, we first saw in the trailer and thought they're going to fix that in post. No, what you see right now, if you think that's bad, imagine seeing this on a big screen.
Jack Sparrow.
Fuck that. She's the smartest girl in the movie.
She was already in the woods before they ever got I'm out.
She's half black.
Yeah.
That was one of the few scenes that did make me laugh. As soon as she just booked it right away. I was like,
she kicking up dirt and everything. Yeah. She ain't got no shoes on. But look at Salazar.
You will soon pay for what you did to me.
Turn him into a bad CG effect. Look at how his head is moving around, just that little bit. And the thing with him is that he is different from the others in that he drowned before he was cursed. He was in the water. So the whole thing with him, I get what they're trying to do. The whole thing is that his curse is to always be in that water effect, to always be caught up in that
underwater.
Yeah, I mean, and they were ambitious. They were like, well, we've done that where everybody was a crustacean and where they were ghosts, and so we got to come up with something new.
Yeah, but the problem is that since his is a water effect, first of all, he should have never stepped out in daylight because it really looks like shit in bright light. But the other thing is that it moves too smooth.
Okay.
It moves too smooth, and yet all these different elements are moving out of sync with each other. And it just looks bad, man.
That's sad, man, because didn't this win an Oscar for its effects at one point? Like the Davy Jones?
The second one.
Sure, but I mean, they probably had to get a different effects house because the one who worked on the other one probably went out of business. And, it's just, when you put these things together, you can't always get the same team that you had before.
Yeah.
They moved the D squad on this one?
I was hearing a whole report on how it's so hard to find these places now because their profit margins are so low. They might work on a movie and then they can't afford to stay in business anymore.
Damn.
It's all moving overseas to Australia and all kinds of places.
I'm not here to just tear apart the movie because I'm seeing so many movies. I'm going to sit up here and just nitpick on the effects. There are a lot of things except for that fucking shark, man.
You have to appreciate that there's a jumping of a shark.
A dead shark to boot.
A dead shark.
They went out that way to jump the shark so bad that they just had him in storage. they for no reason, no explanation, they just had zombie sharks on a shelf that they pulled out for no reason at all.
Go get the secret weapon.
They combined two sayings, beating a dead horse and jumping the shark. Dead shark, got it.
The secret weapon, it's 3 dead fish they have on their boat.
Yeah, zombie sharks. And they literally had them just in case they needed a cool scene with some zombie sharks.
It really is some discount Davy Jones shit. Remember he had the Kraken in the second one?
Yeah.
That big imposing monster. He's got these things.
Yeah. Salazar got to open the sardine can and let I mean, but it's a cool effect though. It looks cool, but that's the movie. They can't get certain things straight. They're just throwing things in there now for the sake of looking cool. Salazar himself is not really, man, he contradicts himself so hard in this film because in the movie, he's always walking up on somebody. He kills the crew, leaving just one, so that they can pass on the tale. So he goes and tells them. He says, "I got a message for you, and I want you to tell your boy Jack Sparrow this."
At Barrow.
Death will go straight for him. Would you say that to him, please?
And he says, "I can't pass it on myself because, you know, dead man tell no tales." And they're like, "Well, motherfucker, you just told me." You can't.
Yeah, not supposed to tell anyone.
Yeah, well, you want me to do your work for you?
When a guy's about to kill you, would you correct his logic?
Hell no. Especially now when he's spitting out the black goo from Alien and shit.
Yeah, shit looks like Penguin from Batman Returns.
Exactly. You know, but it's not. He does this in the first part of the movie. And I'm thinking this makes no sense.
Sure.
To me, maybe I'm looking at it too hard.
Also, he doesn't hold to his policy of only keeping one person alive.
That's also true.
Oh no. He don't. No, he's an asshole.
But the thing is, when he lays out his tale, I was like, oh, well, he's not really a bad guy.
No, he's not. And I had that same problem too. It's like, why are you making him out to be the villain? This is a guy who hunted down thieves and murderers
and rapists.
rapists.
Yeah, they killed his family. He went after them.
Yeah.
Thieves, rapists, and murder. And it's like, man, this is like with the mafia. Y'all love to glamorize them and make them seem like the good guys, but pirates and mobsters are all scumbags.
Yes,
exactly. Yeah, and he's narrating his time. He's doing it sadly too. They killed my father. I had to clear. He wasn't even like a vendetta. He's like, man, I'm doing this shit so nobody else will have to suffer what I suffer. I'm trying to purify the sea. Yeah.
He's Seal Man. These are fucking pirates.
But they made him look bad because after all these pirates have killed and pillaged and raped, and now they're on the sea talking about mercy, please. And it's like, no, fuck these dudes, man. and then all of a sudden, he's bad now. And it's like, man, nah. Every time he killed a pirate, I said he probably did something shitty to someone and had it coming. So
he aided and abetted.
Exactly. So it would have been cool to see him live up to his curse that he really is a guy that's not that bad,
right?
And yet has to suffer this fate. But they don't really play it out that way.
They go the opposite.
A lot of missed opportunities here with the storytelling.
Yeah, and
all done for the rehash of some of the bigger, grander spectacle instead of concentrating on this script. Everything that they try to do fresh. Who's the kid from the Maze Runner? What's his name?
I don't know.
Maze Running kid.
The main one from the Maze Runner, he was in an accident. That's not him.
Oh, that's not him. Well, this kid, Brendan Thwaites or whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I thought he was
I know.
You know, Gods of Egypt kid. Yeah. I feel for this boy.
Do you?
Because
he's terrible.
Well, the reason why. Let me tell you why. Because in this movie, like here's the deal. Like they try to introduce some fresh things. This kid is a new character. He's a fresh character, and but you could there's something that I want to learn about this new character we got. Something to balance out Jack Sparrow. You don't ever want to be the new kid in a Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
No,
you never want to be the straight guy in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Not now, not at this stage, because you're going to get trampled on.
Yep.
You're going to get trampled on by everything in the film. The music, the effects, the action. You're going to get trampled on and upstaged by, of course, Jack Sparrow himself. Come here.
Hand me your sword. Well, today's your lucky day. Because I just happen to be Captain Jack Sparrow.
So you're gonna fuck me?
You're a place of my life.
He's like, I'd fuck me.
Goodbye, horses, mate.
My complaint there is because you just said fresh things right here, and this kid is somebody that I
didn't mean him.
Well, I don't see that's the thing. I don't think he's bad. I don't think that he's.
Okay. I'll say.
I just think he's upstaged by the whole movie.
Yes, he's upstaged by the whole movie. The two new characters, they're underwritten.
Yes,
him more so.
Yeah.
It also showed how it had too many ideas and too many characters.
Yeah.
And if it could have slacked off on some of it, it could have developed things to where this could have been one of the better movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying that they really are doing too much, and then you get characters like Orlando Bloom's son, whose name I'm not going to try to pronounce right now, and this girl Kaya Scodelario. She's the love interest here,
right?
The whole thing, and I'm tired of these movies where because she actually has more personality than he does, but
Absolutely.
she has nothing to do except the trend now is what her character trait is? She's a feminist. She's a strong character. And I have nothing against strong women. I like that.
No,
but,
not at
but
all.
that's a label they're giving him. They're not really doing anything.
It's also weird when it's anachronistic, where they crowbar it into a time in history where you're like, that's nice try and all, but this never would have happened.
Yeah, it really comes down to this. You can keep a lot of things, but one of the things that they haven't done because they're too scared to do it, and it's a big weak. Well, maybe financially it's not, but for me, story-wise, it's a big weakness. They need to develop Jack more. Jack can be the same lovable cat that we've had, but Jack needs to have some. He don't need to go deep, but he needs some emotional development. He needs to be a person, a human being.
Well, it's kind of thing because one of the reasons the first movie works so well is that it comes out the gate as this is the story of Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley.
Yeah,
And then suddenly there's this Jack character on the side who keeps coming in, stealing the show, and he's so funny, and we love that he's this side character who's so great. But as they kept going, they kept making it, well, let's make it more about Jack.
Yeah.
Well, now
Yeah.
Jack's the star. But then, yeah, you're right. They never developed him more as a person. He stays that cartoon. So it's kind of like, it feels like you're on a treadmill, and it never goes further.
This is the movie version of Family Matters. Like, this is about a family in Chicago, but this Urkel guy make this about him.
That's a
Urkel the
perfect
series,
analogy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, they got something with Jack because I see Jack. You know all this goofy stuff that he does, man. You know all the drinking, all the women. You know I've been there. You know I know Jack. Jack is hurting, man. You know Jack has an emotional core in him. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Jack has something going on with him that. I ain't saying we got to stop and give Jack therapy. We ain't got to watch Jack go to a therapist, but they need to have something going on with Jack besides just running around drinking. Let's get to what the heartache is with him.
Well, we're going to throw Amber Heard in some of these?
Yeah, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. If it'll make him a better pirate, yes. You know, Jack is hurting, and I think it would be good to show this where let's just stop and say, for a minute, maybe somebody from his past, his dad, something would make him a person. Say, why are you fucking up so bad?
I'm with you, and at the same time, I'm getting real sick of like, let's do a prequel and show how they got this.
Oh,
like
yeah.
even this movie is like, let's show how he got the hat. You always been wondering that, haven't you? Like, no, I'm not. Just assume he bought it.
I'm not asking for
Or stole it.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, I got it at a pawn shop. What do you want to know? Found it in the street. But no, I'm not saying they do a prequel. I'm not saying that they go deep into it. I'm saying that something needs to happen just to make him somewhat of a person and not the cartoon that he is.
Okay.
Because that's, you know, he's kind of bringing it down with the shtick that he has now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, they're trying to like tell these big epic stories, and you got this guy who's flat at this point. We don't need to go deep. We don't need to stop the movie and cry for him. We just need something to make him a human being.
Sure.
And that's all I'm asking for. And I say that with the movie because
He's aimless most of the time.
Yeah, I'm not even saying I want the movie series to stop because here's the deal. We did miss a stinger at the end. And I'm not going to say what it is because I had to catch it later, and I didn't even see it. I had it described to me.
Yeah, I read
but
about it.
You read about it?
Yeah.
And what they're going to do is, this is the final one, but they're saying it's a 2-part final one. What?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. They're bringing someone back. Not saying who.
Yeah.
But they're bringing someone back.
And even then, if you heard about it, like, how?
Yeah, right. That's why I was like, huh? When I read that.
Yeah, you had that monkey face, huh? Yeah, so this is they're gonna do more. And I'm not even discouraged by that. I'm saying do it, but let's go out with something a little stronger if they're gonna do that.
Okay.
So how do you? Yeah, you
Marley
know,
defeated as hell. All right.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, we just got one more, brother.
Okay.
That's what you
fine.
think.
That's fine. I can do one more standing on my head.
Maybe the monkey will get a spinoff. I don't know.
Term.
Yeah, you know, I so with that said, I mean, I admire the things that they've done in this movie. The money is there, and sometimes in creative ways. Jack Sparrow is still a charmer, just getting a little stale now with the act. And I do like this world. I just don't feel like if you're gonna keep repeating stuff, I don't need to keep seeing this over and over in a theater when I can watch probably some of the others, especially when one of them don't have a shitty special effect like this guy in here. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a rental.
Oh, well,
a very good rental. I wouldn't mind watching on TV.
I'm pretty much right there with you. I totally expected to hate it, and I found things I liked about it, and the other things I was like, oh well, you knew what you were getting into when you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. And I feel like if you're somebody who likes these pirate movies, it's going to give you what you want because it's the greatest hits. And if you don't like it, well, it's just going to give you everything you've been seeing before. There's nothing new to see here other than just like, you get new characters who are pretty much they're the Muppet Babies version of the characters you started out with.
Yeah.
Wow, that's perfect.
That really is.
And I will say that I'm right there with a rental for it. Maybe not a good rental, but just a regular rental. Just in as much as I know there's the entertainment value there, but also a thing that made me not hate it or kind of like it is that I got there and Gertz told me this movie was almost 3 hours long.
Yeah.
It's actually only 2. So I was like, wow, that flew by fast.
I think they did that on purpose. You make you feel a little bit better. Well, that went by quick. You probably don't even know. It felt like 2 hours. Yeah, it was.
Way to get some good press.
But some of those other ones were almost 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And that was the problem. Mm-hmm. So as much as this is the same epic over and over, it's a shorter version of it, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. And you, sir?
I really liked the first 2 of these movies a lot, actually. And then I think I thought the third one was like, never even saw the fourth one. This one, it feels like a Pirates of the Caribbean knockoff, but it just happens to be part of the franchise to me. I would give it a rental, but the thing keeping me from doing that is rent the other 2. Rent the first one instead. It's way better. Like this is it for me. It's a some old bullshit, not like an angry one, but apathetic. Like there's just no reason to see this. We've seen this same movie done better at least twice.
Uh-oh. Well, we back to old Gertz hating shit. YouTube, he's back.
Not for this.
No, YouTube will come back from the dead to get you, man.
Some really bad CG.
They could be waving.